Guys, welcome to the Cardone Mastermind call. This is something that we come to you every single Wednesday. We come to you here at 2 p.m. so that way we can show you how to take the Cardone University, the virtual sales program, and you can use it every single day to be successful. So what we're going to do today is we're going to be able to solve problems that you have in real time. We want to talk about sales process today. If you got questions that we could handle for you, leave in the comments, or if you guys want to call into the number, if you call into 305-865-8668, that's going to be the number that you want to call into so that way we can get your questions answered. We can get those handled for you. So the number again, guys, it's 305-865-8668. So today what we wanted to talk about was we wanted to dive into sales process. You know, everybody's got a sales process, and every company has their own sales process. They've got their ways that they do things, and the way that you want to use the Cardone University every single day to help you in exactly what you do is it's going to be able to handle and be able to show you how to get through those steps inside your sales process. That way, when you go to work every single day, you don't have to practice. You go to a deal and you skip a step. You lose a deal. You miss the opportunity because you missed something inside the sales process. And what we want to do is be able to reinforce that so you as a salesperson can be able to be at the very peak of your game every single day. That way you're not practicing on your customers every single day. That way you're practicing on the program. You're skilling up every single day, and you're doing the things that most salespeople, they don't do. They don't practice. They don't train. They don't drill rehearse. So what Grant did was he created the Cardone University program. Now, this is the digital e-learning program that allows you to do the 6 training segments every single day. So that's the recommended formula. The reason why we tell you 6 is because that's what we found. I mean, we've had this in 2,000 different companies, you know, a couple 100,000 salespeople on the program. 6 training segments was the formula that we found. You know, you got a recipe, you get all the ingredients right. What do you get, Rob? What do you get if you get all that stuff right?
You get some cake.
That's right, man, dude. You get some cake. You get some cake. So that's what we're here to do today, guys. Every single Wednesday, we're going to come to you live. So if you want to log in, you come in, you can call into the show. You can call into the show. We'll answer your questions live. So if you guys want to go ahead and light the feeds up, I see we got people already giving a call in. So if you got a question, call into 305-865-8668. So today, guys, what we wanted to look at was sales process. You'll find this inside the training center. So let's click inside sales process. Some of the biggest challenges that we find with sales process, you know, when I talk to managers, you know, a lot of times what they tell me is, oh, look, man, the salespeople don't stick to the process. The one thing that we know about the process is that, look, if you use it, if you do it in the right order, what do you get? An opportunity to get to a place where you can close a deal. So if you get all those steps right in the right order, and no matter what your situation is, there's always going to be some sort of meet and greet. Okay? Every time you got a deal, there's going to be some sort of meet and greet. There's going to be some sort of objections. These are what Grant calls the RDRs, right? We're going to handle those with objections in the greeting. Okay, you got to make sure that you got all the questions right so that you're landing somebody on the right product. Okay, if you're taking notes right now, I want you to write this down. 40% of all people who hit your website, give you a phone call, 40% of all of the people who contact your business are on the wrong product. When they leave, they're going to leave with something different. So for you as a salesperson, that's going to be important for you to be able to know, hey, look, what do I need to know to be able to get somebody on the right product so that we can get them the right deal? That way we can get the problem solved that they're looking for, whether we can get them financed on something specific, whether that's them looking for a very, very specific problem that they need to be solved. I mean, we got guys, I know my guys from Greenwood Funeral Homes are on. I know they're on every single week. So they're on, and so the problems that they're trying to solve, look, if you don't know how to get somebody on the right deal, you'll never get to a place where you can demonstrate your product, you as a salesperson, and that's where you're going to be able to learn how to do what Grant talks about, which is super freak the presentation. How you deliver an unbelievable presentation. So Rob, if you want to scroll up and down inside this piece right here, there's always going to be the meet and greet. And if we have a caller coming in, it looks like we got Ryan on the line. We want to go ahead and take a caller from Ryan.
Yeah.
Ryan, how you doing today, sir?
Hey, what's going on, Steve? How you doing?
Dude, I'm doing unbelievable today. I appreciate you asking. I appreciate you calling in. Ryan, what do you do?
Of course. I sell debt consolidation.
You sell, I missed that last piece, Ryan. What was that?
I help people with debt consolidation. So
Oh, dude, love that.
basically, I help them consolidate their debt.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm the one that, I'm not sure if you remember, I'm the one that asked that question the last Mastermind show last week, the first question that you guys put out about the daily numbers.
Okay. Yeah, if you could refresh my memory on what question you had specifically, because that way I want to get it handled for you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So one of the main problems I think everybody has, is sometimes you set out a specific number and you just don't hit it, even though, you're basically working your ass off and you're, basically you stay at work all day and you just can't hit that number,
Yeah, and what number are you talking about? Just so everybody knows.
Well, basically, I try to hit at least 6 or 7 deals a day.
Okay.
That puts me at about $1,000 a day. So,
Okay.
That's probably the number that I want to hit. Sometimes I hit it. Most of the time I've been able to hit it since I've been on Cardone U. But, obviously, just like anything else, there's going to be some days that you don't hit it.
Right, so you need 6 or 7 deals, basically. Like, you've already done, what Grant talks about, it's the millionaire math, right? You've done the deal. You've figured out, hey, here's what I need to be able to get to the number of people, the number of deals per day to be able to get what I want.
Exactly.
Excellent. So, and what I'd love to do is I'd love to show you exactly what he's talking about. So, Rob, you could go up to the top, and if we go inside the training center, the one thing that he's talking about, so here's a guy who's already done the math. If we go inside Master the Cold Call. Now, this is where you're going to find content inside this program, because maybe you're not looking at doing the cold call, but if you want to go to prepare for the cold call. So what happens is that, look, the guy's talking about, look, I've done the math. Okay, video number 2, do the math. Now, for you, this guy's telling you that, look, I had to do the math to figure out how many deals per day that I need. Now, why is he talking about doing this? Why do you need to know, and whether you're making a cold call, whether you're trying to figure out how many deals that you need to be able to handle? What he's talking about right now is that, look, man, I mapped it out. I did the whole deal. I figured out, look, how much money do I want to make this year? How many deals do I need to get every single day in order to make the amount of money that I'm asking for? And he's telling me, look, man, what's happening when I come up short? I'm coming up short on the number that I need, because maybe he said, look, I want to be a millionaire this year. Maybe I want to make $100,000 this year. He's figured out what number he wants as a salesperson. He said, I need to be able to hit X amount of numbers every single day. That's the math. And now I'm showing up short. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to go up. If you go inside the training center, Rob, you need to get more people inside your pipeline. You need to get more deals, because what happens is that, look, if we take a look at this entire thing, you got to be able to prospect. You got to get more people into your deal. Now, there's going to be 3 different areas in which you're going to be able to do that. Number 1, Rob, what he's showing you right now is prospecting strategies. Now, let's just sit on this for 1 minute, because what I want to do is I want to tell you what most salespeople have trouble with. They're like my guy right here, Ryan, who said, look, I've done the math. I'm coming up short. I'm not doing exactly what I want to. I'm trying to get more out of my day. I'm trying to figure out, look, what can I do every single day? Well, look, there's something that if you're not doing that, there's something that you don't know. So what I would suggest is do this. Identify all the areas in which you can fill your pipeline as a salesperson. So number 1, we've got a program that's called the Prospecting Strategies. Most salespeople, they don't know a whole lot about prospecting. They think it's just, hey, make an outbound phone call. You're going to miss opportunity every single time if you do that. And so if you don't come inside here and actually train on this, I'm talking about prospecting basics. I'm talking about the prospecting tips, or how to actually work a list. Because if you don't do that up front, you're not going to understand how to make the phone calls. And then you're just going to be shooting from the hip every time you make the call, and you're going to miss the opportunity. And so you're going to come up short. You're going to come up short on your 6 or 7 closes. And I'm using Ryan's example. It could be different for you. So if you click inside Prospecting Basics, Rob, for me as a salesperson, this was the one thing that, as a young salesperson, I was inside an establishment that was a retail establishment where I had people actually coming into me. I had people actually coming in and saying, hey, look, man, we're interested in your product. We want to go on a little test drive. We want to do this. We're interested, man. I had people raising their hand, but that number did not qualify for what I personally wanted and what I knew was available to me. So I had to take this program right here, and I had to go in, and I had to actually learn everything that I could learn about how to prospect, how to fill a pipeline, Okay. But what I was missing was the things that I didn't know the tips. And when you go inside here and you learn the tips and the strategies, Grant's going to talk to you about, look, here's how you get your attitude right before you prospect, make outbound phone calls. Here's where your activity level needs to be at. So these segments inside this program right here are Grant talking about, look, this is how you get this right throughout the day. Because that's the challenge. If everybody was able to do that every single day, if they were able to hit that number just after identifying the math, dude, all they'd have to do is just do the math. But you got to skill up. You got to be able to go in here and learn this information. You got to do it every single day. You got to do the 6 segments per day. So if I'm focused right now on prospecting because I'm trying to figure out, I got to fill up my pipeline. I got to get more opportunities in the deal because I'll tell you one thing, you'll never get somebody into a sales process if you don't have enough in your pipeline. And then you start skipping steps because you get all jittery. You're all excited because finally you got a deal. And then you miss the opportunity because the guy was just calling up. He wasn't even on the right product anyways. Or maybe you didn't handle the situation the right way. And so if you got enough deals, enough opportunities, you're not always in that place of scarcity where you're freaking out on one deal. Okay, so what other questions do we have? Rob, do we have any other people that are actually typing in the deal? Because I didn't have the setup right here. So what I want to do right now, if you want to go up to the actual training center and click on that, let's go down to the main menu. So here's the keys. Here's the way to success every single day. I want you guys to realize that, look, you got a program that's available to you. Either you've invested in it for yourself, you have thought enough of yourself to say, dude, I'm worth it, to actually invest in yourself, or your company has thought enough of you to say, we want our people to do well. We want them to do good. And so what happens is that, look, if you don't do this every single day, you will never hit the true potential of what you're looking for. You're looking for 6 training segments every single day. But here's one of the biggest challenges. You want to focus on doing all those segments in the right order. That way you're focusing on the right stuff. If you're bouncing around, you're not going to get the most out of the program. We just had a guy, Rob, this guy, we were talking about it this morning. He hooked up on our program. He invested in this in himself. He hooked up on the program last, let's see, when was this? It was back in March, okay? In April, he made a $28,000 commission check.
Wow. That's incredible.
The only way that you do that is if you skill up.
This works every day. 6 segments or more every day.
Every single day. That's what you got to do because you got to be able to go in. Now what happens is throughout the day, you guys got different problems, okay? What I want to do is I got another guy calling in, David. I want to handle David's question. David, how you doing today, sir?
Hi, Steve. It's great to hear you.
Dude, it's great to hear from you, man. Tell me a little bit about yourself before you ask a question. I want to know who you are.
Okay. Well, my name is David, and I'm calling from Poland, and I'm an insurance salesman.
Okay, good. So you're from Poland?
Yeah, exactly.
All the way from Poland, man. I appreciate you being on.
Yeah, I love you guys. I think the salesmen in America are the best.
Yeah, excellent, man. Look, hey, how can we help you out today, man? I'm gonna walk you right through this program and show you how to solve the problem that you have right now.
Right now, I'm having a problem with the attitude, I guess. When I wake up every day, I'm struggling to work my day, thinking what I have to do in order to do well. I think I have to call 100 people, and I'm.
What's the hardest part about your job?
I think the hardest part is that I have to call people the strangers. And,
okay.
And I think when I calling my friends, even they not interested at the moment. It's very annoying because they don't know exactly what I'm proposing. So.
Dude, perfect. Unbelievable question. Excellent. So most salespeople have problems with this. Most salespeople don't even know how to sell. What he's telling you guys, what he's saying is that, look, I got to make calls. I get objections. It's a problem for me. I got problems with cold calls. I got problems with people that I do call that know me. Okay, this is exactly what we're talking about inside prospecting. Rob, if you want to click inside prospecting, most salespeople don't even know how to close the people who care about them. They don't even know how to sell you got people who are in the automotive business, they don't know how to sell a car to people in their family. They got 5 people in their family, and they all drive cars, but they didn't buy from the guy who actually sells the cars. Okay, you got people in network marketing who have unbelievable products, and they don't even feel comfortable enough to be able to sell their product to their friends. Okay, it's a difficult challenge. I'm with you. I've been there. If you don't know the steps inside prospecting, if you don't understand all the tips and how to really build up a pipeline of business, it'll be a challenge for you when you get here to warm calls. Rob, if you want to click on warm calls, because I'm going to show you exactly how to handle.
Warm calls.
Dude, those are the best, man. Dude, if you don't want to do a cold call, why don't you start calling the people who actually love you and care about you and who already buy your product anyways? They just buy it from somebody else. So if you've got 2 virtual segments right here that are called Your Power Base. Okay, Rob, if you'll do this for me, if you want to go ahead and heart both those videos, because what I want to do is I know that every single month I'm going to have opportunities selling to people that I know. Okay? A lot of people are having trouble just selling the people that they know, that they care about. So the videos are right here. So the power base. Look, now, here's the other thing, guys. I can tell you what to say on that call. This is exactly what you want to do. But look, dude, you guys got to go in there and work out the muscle. You guys have a gym right here that's available. This is $1 million gym for you as a salesperson to be able to come inside this program every single day and learn and to skill up and to train and to do that hard part that most people do not want to do. Nobody wants to do it. Nobody wants to do it. So that gives you the opportunity to really rise above that, rise above the noise, to be able to be great. Now, what I want you to do, Rob, is go back up. Since we're on the topic of filling up the pipeline, let's go back to the training center. There's other ways to make outbound reaches. Let's get real creative this month. Okay, let's scroll down and let's go to follow-up. So most deals, dude, they never get followed up on. I just got off a call with a guy talking about follow-up. And he gave me an objection on a deal. And I said, dude, look, most of your salespeople, they don't follow up. Okay, 52% of all salespeople, they never follow up at all. Dude, that's an unbelievable statistic. If you don't understand all the steps inside follow-up and the mistakes and the problems that you may be having, you'll never be able to get to how to use follow-up tools. I want you to click inside how to use follow-up tools. This is what we do in our office every single day. If you scroll down, hey, look, what do I actually say when I go onto a phone call? What do I actually text somebody? You want me to tell you what one of the biggest challenges of salespeople where they miss the opportunity is because they over-communicate. They say the wrong stuff. They'll shoot out a long paragraph. If you have a LinkedIn account, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You got people who hit you up, long paragraph, and the first thing that you think, dude, that was horrible. I mean, that's what I think. I almost want to block the guy when I get it. So what I'm telling you is that, look, don't be that guy. Grant created this program so that you don't have to do it. And so if you want to know what to say on a text message, what do you say in the email? What do you do when you actually write somebody a handwritten letter? Okay, how do you use gimmicks? What would I even do if I showed up to somebody on a personal visit? This is for the follow-up. We're talking about selfie virtual video messages.
Those are my favorite.
Those are the favorite.
Those are my favorite.
Rob, you got some deals this year just from selfie virtual videos?
Oh yeah.
Dude, selfie virtual videos.
Snapchat too. Like you save those Snapchat videos with the filters.
I do.
A little playful
I
thing
do.
in
Which
there.
brings
you
up.
throw it out. Talk
Exactly.
about creativity. Koala bear. Do the deal. It works.
Dude, you do the koala bear on somebody. You do the koala bear from Snapchat. You do that, dude. There's a deal in there. Okay, I had my Western Snapchat guns going last weekend. Got a deal back instantly, dude. You got to set yourself apart from everybody else that's out there. What's the number one rule of selling that you're going to learn inside the program? The number one rule of selling is get attention. Dude, if I'm the same guy on LinkedIn who's got the big long paragraph that the guy, wants to throw up right when he sees it, you're never going to get the deal. So that brings us down to the next video. It's the social media reach. How many of you are actually using social media to get deals? Heart that one, right? We're going to heart that one because that one's important. How do you use social media? So, whether it's Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, all your clients, all your customers, they have these accounts. Right? So how do you actually communicate with them? Because you can't just hit them up. You got to do the right way. So guys, what I want you to do is go to the program. Do 6 training segments every single day. That's the formula. Okay? You got to work the muscle out. You have got to work the muscle out every single day or you'll never have it. You will never have the true potential that you're really looking for. So just commit. Just say, look, 18, 20 minutes every single day. I'm committed. I'm doing it. 6 segments. Get it done. Get your head right every single day. Where you're going to CardoneUniversity.com. And so if you have any other questions or anything, feel free to send into the office because we want to get those taken care of for you. Guys, I appreciate you being on this week's call. Every single Wednesday, what we do too is we come here We answer all the questions that you have. We want to give you good examples of what to do inside the program. Here's what I want to do. One thing before we jump off here. Rob, if you hit the back button inside here, let's get a good month of just creative follow-up. I want you guys to get real creative on follow-up. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom, now we use these here in our office. Okay, what are we looking at right now? Advanced strategies of follow-up. Now, what I want to do is I want to challenge everybody on this call right now. I think there's 22 videos inside here. Is that correct? 22 different ways to follow up with somebody that's creative, that's sick. I want you to watch them all. I want you to train on every single one of them.
Especially
They're going to be
number 10.
Exactly. Go to number 10. If you start with number 10, I guarantee that's worth the deal to you this week. I want you guys to get in there, man. Get committed to what you're doing every single day. 6 training segments, guys. We're going to be here live to you every single Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern for the Cardone Mastermind call. Thank you so much for being here, guys. You have a great day. And we'll see you back here next week.